Hi, I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm referred to as the Big Game Hunter because I coach people to play their game professionally, personally, in their small business or solo business. I want to help you play bigger. And here I'm going to talk with you about one of the mistakes I think job hunters make. And it's the classic one of not being willing to state their price or state their salary, you know, in the interview. Now, some firms are not going to interview you when you don't state how much you're currently earning. And if you do state it, there's always that trepidation that people have about whoever quotes the price first or whoever mentions a number first loses. I want to give you some counter arguments to that. Harvard did a study some years ago, and they interviewed lawyers, people who are considered negotiators for a living. And they asked them, how do you enter into a negotiation? Now, 80% of the lawyers basically said, I size the other person up. And if, within a few minutes, if I sense that they want to do a collaborative negotiation, I'll collaborate. If they want to do a hardball negotiation, no one can be tougher than me in the negotiation. So that was 80% of the lawyers. 20% basically went in saying, I have a clear idea of what I'm going to want to negotiate to, what the right price point is. And at the end of the day, if I don't meet it, I generally do, but if I don't meet it, I'm prepared to walk away. Great. What does this tell us? It basically tells us that 80% of lawyers are reactive. They don't go out aggressively. They're always responding to the other person. Now move this to a job search where the hiring firm is reactive and you're reactive. It's like a giant case of Alphonse and Gaston. Oh, after you, how much are you willing to pay? No, after you, how much are you making? And you go back and forth a bunch of times. And it's no wonder that there's a degree of adversarial relationship that builds up over the course of money because neither side is particularly open about it because you're each reacting to the other. Here's what I want to suggest. Another part of the study talks about how those who frame the negotiation tend to get what they want or damn close to it. So by setting the marker for what you're looking for, and this assumes that you have an idea of what the value is for what you do, because after all, if you're a caddy, let me use a different example. I want to change careers. I'm currently a hot dog vendor in Manhattan, New York. And, what I want to do is I want to make $250,000 as a trader. Okay. You have no qualifications to do this, and thus it's pie in the sky. If you have reasonable expectations of what your value is, by researching it online in any number of places, you can look at job ads to see what the salaries are the recruiters are quoting. Since employers tend not to quote numbers, recruiters do. Look at ads to get an idea of what your potential value is. That doesn't mean that's what your value is. There may be people with more discrete experience in a particular area than you. I think you can get where I'm going. But assuming you're in a sweet spot for your market area, you have an idea of what the value is for what you do and thus what fair value is. So don't be reluctant to state your claim for what your value is, assuming it's not insane, like the hot dog vendor who wants to trade. That person is not going to get $250 right out the door unless they're the most incredible hot dog vendors and they've been trading, while selling hot dogs. That's a different scenario. But don't be afraid to state your price because what you're doing is setting the marker for value. And yeah, it's certainly possible they might go a little bit higher, but you can always change the number later as you learn more. Now, if they try to negotiate with you at the beginning, They may say, well, that's a little bit more than we want to pay. Could you be a little flexible? I said, for now I can be, but as I learn more, I may decide that it's not appropriate to be, flexible. So I'll simply say, I'll agree for now, but let's revisit that subject later on if you're prepared to hire me, okay? And thus, what you're able to do is demonstrate the flexibility that they're looking for. And they may, say, no, you have to be flexible now. We'll never go $1 more. Generally, that's HR who's talking and saying that kind of stuff, because their job is to drive you to the lowest number. The hiring manager's job is to do great, bring on great people to make them look good and to deliver what it is that they're supposed to be delivering to people. So with HR, say whatever you need to. Just get to the hiring manager, make them fall in love. If and when a subject of money comes up, you can say to he or she, HR wants to confirm I'd be willing to be flexible about dollars. I told them I make this, I'm looking for that. They ask for flexibility. What do you think? Do I really need to be flexible here? Because what I'm seeing is my value in the marketplace is such and such, and it doesn't make sense for me to take less than that. And this job is really interesting. Could you do better than what they're talking about? Get what I'm saying here? So I think it's a good approach to take to help you get past the gatekeeper and get on to the real decision maker and do the negotiation with them. I'm Jeff Altman. Hope you found this helpful. My website is thebiggamehunter.us. Visit it, go to the blog. There's a ton of information there to help you find work more quickly. If we aren't connected on LinkedIn, send a connection request at linkedin.com/in/thebiggamehunter. Finally, if you have questions about job hunting, you are not alone. Most people do, but they make the mistake of talking to the wrong people for advice. Friends, family, former managers, people like that who know as little as they do. Even if they've hired people before, doesn't make them a job search expert. At the end of the day, reach out to me. You can do that through my website. There's a tab that says have your job search questions answered. I'd be happy to answer them. Yes, I do charge for the service, just like I charge for resume critiques and the like. I'd be very happy to help you, and we'll talk. I'm Jeff Altman. Have a great day. Take care.